place where we stopped. So she is a very great writer, Catherine Mansfield. If you have read any stories, you can just post. Or after reading the story, if you are interested in reading other stories, just you message me in WhatsApp group or personally. I'll tell you the collection of her stories. You can start reading it. Shall we get into the lesson now? Yes, we are going to get into the lesson. See, what is the image? The image of a little girl. Just try to correlate things. You can name this girl as Kezia. What is her name? Kezia. Okay, Kezia. Kezia is the central character of the story. This little girl is going to be the central significant character of the story, and the story begins like this. This story is about a little girl whose feelings for her father change from fear to understanding. Okay, here you can make a note of it. If you are going to have your textbook in hand, it is not like if you are going to have your textbook in hand and make a note of it with pencil. This story is about a little girl whose feelings for her father change from fear to understanding. So at the beginning, she will have a kind of fear towards her father. Later, it will change into understanding. Can you get the thing now? From fear to understanding. So this is a very beautiful story which is going to portray a complex emotion called love, and how this realization happens in her life is going to be the central theme of the story. How this change is going to happen in her life and what is going to make that change is going to be the central part of the story. Now, the story, let us start reading. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared. Who is the he? He is her father. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss, to which she responded with, "Goodbye, father." Okay, how the story starts? It starts with, to the little girl, he was a figure, okay, figure who has to be feared. This shows that this little girl doesn't have any love. She has only fear and avoided. This girl does not like the presence of her dad inside the house. Every morning, listen to this line, children, every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss. See to this line, casual kiss. So daily he is doing that, and that has become his routine work. Next line, to which she responded with, "Goodbye, father." So this casual kiss, it is not giving any realization, it is not giving any feelings into her life. But the moment when the dad is out of the house, she is getting some kind of happiness in her. This casual kiss is not giving her any happiness. The kiss which she is receiving from her father is not giving any kind of feelings. But the moment when he leaves the house, that matters a lot for her. You have to understand. The moment he moves out from the house, she is getting a kind of enjoyment, a kind of happiness in her life. And how she responded, children? She responded with, "Goodbye, father." This is the way the girl will respond. And this word, "goodbye, father," has a great deal over here. How it has a great deal? Because when she bids goodbye to her father, she can get a feeling like she has become independent now. The moment when the father leaves the house, she is getting that independency. Till the father is in the house, she has a fear in her. She has a fear in her. She has a thing, she is controlling her emotions. But when he leaves the house, this word, "goodbye," gives her a sigh of relief. You know what is called a sigh of relief. A great amount of relaxation when the father moves out of the house. Okay. How many of you have strict fathers in your home, children? How many of your fathers are strict in nature? Okay, if you are going to have a strict father like this little girl, you'll be waiting for the moment for your father to leave the house to enjoy yourself. That is the thing portrayed over here. Next, in the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. See how his voice is? His voice is not normal. His voice is something loud, okay? In the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. So, when the time comes, when it is evening, the girl is not happy. You could see that in the image. The girl is not happy because when the sun is going to set, when the thing is changing into dark, she is getting a perception into her mind that her father will come. Once her father comes, all her independency goes out, all her enjoyment moves out, and she will start to worry over there. She will stand near a staircase, and when she hears a loud voice, she feels like something she don't like that. Okay. Next, Kezia. At that time, when she is standing near the staircase, immediately after the father comes, there will be a call by her mother. How her mother will call her? Kezia, mother would call to her, if you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots. So when this girl is standing near the staircase, her mother will call her and she will ask her to do some work. What is the work given to her? Come down and take off father's boots and you can place it over there. So at this little age, she was assigned with such work. Try to imagine, children, at this little age, she was assigned with such a work of helping her mother out. See how her mother is shouting, Kezia, if you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots. See, this girl is something, she is being possessed inside her house with a kind of fear and control. And she is not having that enjoyment in her life. Okay, this is what you have to understand. Next, have you been a good girl today? This question is posed by her father to Kezia. Will this happen in your house, children? After your parents return from their work, okay, they'll ask you such questions. What did you do today in school? And how was the day? Will you have such questions from your father or mother? Yes, for sure you'll have. So now, Kezia's father, what is the question he is asking? Have you been a good girl today? See the question. Have you been a good girl today? If your father is going to ask you such question, have you been a good girl today or have you been a good boy today? What will be your answer, children? Yes, immediately this question will make you wonder, what sort of question is this? We are always good in nature, and why father is asking me such question? You'll have such question in your mind or not? Yes, we are always good. I am always good. What is there to go wrong? And why father is asking such question? When he asks such question, have you been a good girl today? How the girl will reply? I don't know father. See, I don't know father. See, she is not replying in a good manner. Immediate response is not coming. She is stuttering over here. What is the meaning of the word stuttering? Stuttering when you are in control, when you have that fear in your mind, you don't speak out properly. You don't bring out your emotions properly. You don't bring out your feelings properly. That is happening in this little girl. I don't know father. This is the way she is replying. See, a kind of fear in her heart, a kind of control to which she is being exposed. This is all you could understand. And the father will say like, she never stuttered with other people. This happened only to her father. So this is given by someone in the family. This stuttering happens only to her father, and this happened to no one. When her father asks her a question, she is stuttering. This shows that she has a kind of fear inside her heart, okay, inside her mind, and she is not just exposed to that kind of love. She is exposing only to the control of her father. Try to understand. This girl, Kezia, little girl, she is friendly with everyone in the family. She is friendly with her mother, she is friendly with her grandmother, she is friendly with her maid, okay. But something, when it comes to the thing like father, she is worried a lot. She has a fear in her mind. She is trying to avoid her father because her father was like a giant figure for him with a loud voice. You can try to understand. Here, the author tries to bring about the picture of how a female will be and how a male will be. So, this story was written around 19th century when there was a talk called feminism, feministic attitude, where people started to protest against male. So, this is what? Even a little child is worried about her father at the age of 5. That is the reason why this story is given for you. And this story is just going to shatter things. Okay? It is going to shatter things. It is going to dismantle things. Yes, because nowadays fathers, they are not like that. And I have given you some instances from the story where Kezia is worried about her father. What you are going to do is, I have given you one incident. What is that one incident? Look at the sentence. The moment when father enters the house, she stood near the staircase and heard this loud voice in the hall. So, she is not having that enjoyment when the father is inside. What you are going to do is, you are going to bring out some more instances. Have you been a good girl today? This is a question by her father. And when this question is asked by her father, she says like, I don't know, stuttering happens there. List out some other instances, and what you are going to do is, you are going to read 2 pages. From that, you are going to list out the instances which makes Kezia worried about her father. Will you read the story for next 2 pages, and will you just list out the instances which makes Kezia worried? What creates a fear in her mind? Those sort of incidents you are going to write. What creates a fear in her mind? Read next 2 pages. Will you be able to read the text, and will you note down the other instances? Yes. You have to note down the instances which makes Kezia worry, and we will continue the story in next class. Keep reading, children. Keep your textbook with you and keep reading. And what you are going to do? You are going to list out the instances. What is called instances, children? It is nothing but the incidents which make Kezia worried, and she is not having a good feeling with her father. You are going to note down that. Keep it with you. That is by evening or by next morning, I'll ask some students to post out the incidents. You have to take a snapshot and you have to post it in group. This time I'll tell the names that who has to post this work. Until then you are going to wait. By evening I'll tell you the names who has to post the work. I'll call out some names, I'll tell you some names, you have to post the work. You are going to list out the incidences which makes Kezia worried about her father. Next 2 pages you are going to read. Will you get ready with the work which is given for you? You have to get ready. Meet you in next session, children. Thank you. Bye-bye.